The role of the Bishop Ordinary is primarily to support the Anglican clergy in the regular force and the reserve force in the course of their ministry, to support the chaplains and their families as they support the men and women of the forces and their families. And so that involves a fair bit, in as much as we have 85 Anglican chaplains in the forces and make up a good part of the chaplain branch. So just, the care and the nurture and support of chaplains is the main work that I do, as well as supporting the other chaplains of other faiths. That also goes along with it. So I don't limit myself just to Anglicans. We have a number of chaplains of other faiths, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, who are in this together. So although I focus largely on Anglicans, I also get a chance to sort of play interfaith, which is really fun. I think one of the misconceptions is that we're focused just on Afghanistan. And that's huge, and it's lasted longer than both the First World War and the Second World War. And it's a very difficult and different kind of campaign. But I think most Canadians don't know the other things that the forces do. The forces are involved in search and rescue. They're involved in humanitarian aid within the country when there's a flood or an ice storm. The forces are there. They're involved in some security things, like around the Olympics. They're involved in international aid efforts. The first earthquake in Pakistan, we had forces people there, including chaplains. Just recently in Haiti, immediately 2 ships were deployed, over 2,000 troops were deployed, and 6 chaplains went with them. So I think most people don't really understand that a lot of what the Canadian Forces are called to do are things that relate to everything from aid, relief. Our ships have taken food aid into Mogadishu, into Haiti. We do a great number of things, and I think the whole scope of our operations is really quite unknown. The purpose of the Silent Night campaign is to endow the position, or a part-time position, for the Bishop Ordinary to the Canadian Forces. Since 1948, there has been a bishop, but usually that person has been somebody who's been involved in diocesan ministry, and try to do this as well. And the ministry is really quite huge. There are 85 chaplains, 45 regular force, and the rest are reserve chaplains that really need some kind of support and link with the church, their church, as they do their ministry. And the link that Anglicans particularly have is the link that happens with the bishop. And our chaplains are very keen on being supported in the work that they do, but they can only do that work effectively if they're linked to the civilian church, the rest of their church. And that's part of the role of the bishop. So I think it's really important to at least have a half-time Bishop Ordinary just dedicated to that kind of work in order to support chaplains and their families as they support the forces people and their families.